Hey Zelda fans, welcome back to Kaepora's Breath of the Wild Let's Play episode number 20. Picking up right where we were before. We need to get that saddle after we do the shrine. There's actually... she doesn't have anything directly for me. Cooking pot? Dirt, dirt, dirt. Okay. There's a girl over here, as I remember. Yep, there she is. She's kind of neat. Aliza. I met the hero of Hyrule under this sacred tree. Yes, I am the hero. Wields the legendary sword. You don't have it. Okay. I don't really understand how it got started, but she's just waiting for the hero to show up, and she's content just waiting, I guess. So I don't know. Alright, we're gonna do the shrine. Shrine first. Whole bunch of those logs with nothing in them.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Nothing. Nothing. Traveler's Spear. This is another one of those that you don't necessarily see later on in the game because you outpace them relatively quickly. Dun, 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 dun. Whole bunch of nothing. That kid just keeps moving. Good for him. At least 30 minutes of exercise every day. Haite. Playing tag. Wanna play? You're it. Now what? I guess I'm it? Now you're it. He's not coming after me. This is confusing. Alright, shrine is up here. I'm gonna take Lala up there. Aha! See the bridle, the ancient bridle, or the whatever special bridle that I've got on right now gives it two extra stirrups, and these are just regular stirrups, so they're not going to go away after I use them, like the carrot stirrups would. Rata-o. Rata-o my. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, there's water. I offer this trial, the passing of the gates. So yeah, basically, you gotta get past the gates. And you're like, how does one do such a thing? It's not complicated. It's pretty cool though. The whole thing rotates like that. Pretty neat. Let's see. So, as I recall, oh, right. Yep. Okay. And I can pick up my arrows. Well, some of them. I should be able to find all of them, but sometimes it's just not that easy. Okay, so I need to have it over here whenever I do that. so. Come back to me, arrow. This is super important, by the way. It's not like I can't just find arrows all over the place. Because I can. Do 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 do. Yep. And you're like, well, what the heck does that do? You wouldn't necessarily be wrong in thinking that. Small key. Always appreciated. So basically, if you hit that, I think I have to do this first. Because I need some extra stuff. This is one of these super fast pistons that just shoots you up into the air. But there's something in the way right now. So I need to... Ah, man, I have to be on the other side? That's stupid. You have to open up the door with the key that you just got. And then you have to shoot this thing so that it turns around. And now the door is a hole. And then you do that. This is metal. I don't need to... Feathered Edge. Rito craftsmen forged this lightweight double-edged sword, so Rito warriors could soar into battle unhindered by its weight. Just another Rito-based weapon. Where did my axe go? Did I pick it up? I did not. Oh, it just disappeared for like half a second. That is really weird. I have a picture of this too. I don't have a picture of this. Jeez. Don't think there's anything over here that I need. That's just a way out in case I get stuck. They were thinking somebody's gonna get stuck over here and they're not gonna be able to get out without teleporting. Which I think you can teleport outside of shrines to that same shrine, so... Ah, right. Ah, crap. I need to be faster. I can do this thing. Dee-doo-dee-doo-doo-dee. Make sure I got... Yep. Nope, don't want to go that way. Go through all that trouble and then just fall off. It's not like I haven't done that before. Yes. This puzzle proves that I am the hero of legend. Ooh, this is interesting. Ah, may the goddess smile upon you. Yeesh. You need a lot of those, don't you? Alright, so we got that. So now we can come back. We are going to warp to here. And we're going to get the saddle is supposed to be around the lake of the horse god. Based on what we saw in one of those Rumor Mills books. So my assumption is that it's actually next to the horse god somehow. It could be in the lake that's named after him, so we might check that a little bit on the way, but I think it's actually somewhere next to the horse god. It's not a fountain. It's not like the fairy fountain, where... Well, it's kind of like the fairy fountain. Anyway, we'll see it in a minute. We've got plenty of money to bring him back. This is the lake of the horse god, so if it's not up at the actual, I'm just going to call it a fountain. If it's not actually at the fountain, then it's going to be here somewhere. Horse god bridge. I've never had to use this guy before. I've never had a horse that died. Ever. And I don't really want to mess with that. There's also some sort of statistic that he keeps track of in relation to how well you've been treating your horse. So if you've been, like, beating it up or something like that, or actively hunting horses for, like, meat or something, which would just be stupid, but crazier things. He keeps track of that, and he calls you on it, and he won't let you use his powers. He might actually try and hurt you. Yes. Yes. This is what it's all about right here. This is the reason that we have Lala anyway. I mean, we were gonna catch him for the quest one way or the other, but I am back. I've got the money too. There you go. 1,000 of these Hyrulean rubies. I am revived. It's a very similar setup, and then, yeah, I guess it is a fountain. It's just kind of purple and creepy, and then this guy is not a fountain. It's like, what am I even looking at? Free of that tiny bud after so long. You're the one who set me free. I am the one who set you free. How's it going? The god who watches over horses. How cool would that be? Just to have an entity that just watches over certain other creatures that otherwise, you know, wouldn't have anyone watching over them. Can you imagine? Shall I make you my meat? If a horse you love passes away from some sort of tragic, fatal accident. However, if I detect vile intent behind the death of your horse... Yeah, I don't know what he does, but I don't want to test it out exactly. You're good with horses. All seems to be well. Yep, this is true. This is true of all things. That's all he does, is you call him if you want him to revive a horse, otherwise you never talk to him. So I basically never talk to him. See, he's got his own Epona song planned. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this is a Ocarina of Time thing. I think in... Was it always called Epona's Song, or was it called, like, the Horse Song, or something, at one time? Anyway, we are going back to where we were. We're gonna get Lala set up with a saddle, because basically it means that I can use a horse anywhere that I want to use a horse, with some exceptions. They can't go into the desert. There's certain places in the snow where you can't have them. Just normal, like, places where you would want to have a horse, where you would think that horses would be, you can teleport them in, which is just awesome. That was like one of the first things that bugged people about this game, because it's just such a great game. It's very hard to pick anything that's a problem. But that was one of the few things that I remember hearing about whenever it first came out, was you can't bring your horse along with you whenever you're teleporting all over the place. No. We're going the other way. I need to talk to the girl. So this fixes that issue. Connie. Can I have you switch out my horse's gear, please? Ancient saddle. That's it. That's all I need. So, now, theoretically, if I am outside of the normal hearing range, it'll just teleport to me. So, we are headed for this... Ah, crap, I forgot. We're gonna do this first because I keep forgetting about it, and it's important. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yep. As soon as you can do this, you should probably do this. The first two are relatively easy because they don't... The parts that they take, you can just find by scavenging. Alright, so we are like half a world away, so there's a good chance that my horse can't hear me. How great is that? That's just so convenient. Hey, Snap Girl. How you doing? I did. Stasis, please. Power up time. 3 ancient cores. And a bold snap. Okay. Let's do this thing. You think she makes her own clothes? In general, I assume that pretty much everyone makes their own clothes. And the Sheikah all have a very particular style. Alright, Stasis Plus. So the difference here is that you can stop monsters, which is super handy. Now, you can only stop them for like 2 or 3 seconds, but sometimes that's significant. What's this? Perhaps you've already went and powered them all up. Yep, look at that face. And her eyes are kind of like bobbing around a little bit, like, what the hell's going on? Link's eyes are not moving at all. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's just so freaked out by it. Yes, quite. Nothing at all. Not even Calamity Ganon. So she's saying we're all good. There's this giant Sheikah golem creature hanging out on the ceiling. I would totally feel comfortable standing underneath that. Yeah. So I don't think you can do anything else here. Nothing more I can do for you. No, I'm good. We can chat later. I don't really need to right now. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna go back here. And we're gonna head for the tower, the central tower. So this is gonna be a little tricky because we have to avoid some guardians. Actually, I don't have that many shields. I was gonna say, eventually I want to start practicing the perfect guard against guardian beams, because apparently it's always a one-hit KO and it doesn't actually do any durability damage. So it's just something I feel like I should know, but I'm also not super excited about losing all my shields. Sure, what do you got? Ooh, you got some arrows. 3 sets of 5. And 2 sets of 5. So, yeah, it's decent price. Not great, but decent price. That's not bad. Okay. Alright, shoot. That's actually a Coliseum. Oh, there's a Korok thing. Let's hit that while we're here. So the Coliseum has a Lionel in it, and a bunch of other cool little things, but it's not something we necessarily need to do right now. Okay, this is one of those where you gotta kind of figure out what they're shooting, or what they're... Ah, there it is. Nope. Just gotta get it just right. Sometimes the balloons pop up and you're like, I know exactly what I'm supposed to hit, and sometimes you really have to look for them. There's one in the castle like this that just took me forever to figure out where the thing was. Down arrow face, by the way. Red arrow face. There might only be like 6 of these guys. Alright, we're going that way. Yes, we're going that way. And I think we can do it without having to go over water. I'm not 100% sure on that. Well, maybe we will have to do a little... Oh wait, there's a bridge. We'll be alright. Little encampment. A bokoblin encampment. With just one bokoblin? No. He's the scout. Okay. Gonna sneak up behind him and hit him in the face. See, I'm using this little Rito blade that doesn't have almost any damage to it. Nope. I'm gonna get this. Close. This isn't as responsive as like the sword, but it's not bad either. Realistically speaking, for what it is, it's not bad. Is there anything I need to take a picture of? Traveler's Shield, which is upside down. Can I flip that over? Yeah, I'll just take a picture of it. It's still upside down. Nope. 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 And nope. Wait, this is the Traveler's Shield. Aha, now I know what it looks like. Treasure in the sand. bad. Hey you, how's it going? Yeah, I think we're done. Good. There's a raft, in case you want to go for a ride. Gliok Bridge. A shrine in this general vicinity. Just picking stuff up. And that's all she wrote. Just have a ton of everything. Come on, Keys. Keys eyeballs are apparently a pretty decent mob. There it is. I knew there was something here. Oakley face. They're a pretty decent monster part for elixirs. As far as every one that you put in adds like a minute and a half, I think, to overall duration of your elixir. And I don't think they get used for a whole lot else. So Keys eyeballs are pretty decent to hold on to for that. They kind of want us to go this way, right? They definitely want us to go this way. That's Dueling Peaks back there. It looks different, doesn't it, from over here? We're gonna trot down the side of this mountain. Your horse can't really sprain its ankle or anything, so as long as it doesn't take actual damage, you can't do anything bad to it. I don't know that you can... I guess it can fall off the side if it gets hit really hard. Kam Yatak. But it would have to be like right on the edge of something, and then it would have to get spooked in such a way, or not spooked in such a way, but hit in such a way that it basically sent it flying, which is possible, but I've never actually seen it happen. I don't usually bring my horse into battle with me. I'm pretty careful with them. In general, I like my horses. I try and keep them safe. Oh ho. Trial of Power. Definitely an odd setup, right? Let's see. So... shoot. I don't think so. So many of them. Oh, hello. 2 hits. Two hits with that particular kind of sword, of course. I could probably drop that. I don't know that I need 2 of them. I only use them for guardians. We'd like to be away from the fire whenever we drop the fire on top of ourselves. Edge of Duality. Yes, we can make room for that. I still have my first one. Dun, dun, dun. Lots of chests in this one. Knight's Broadsword, which we have some of. These are better though. So I'm gonna drop this one. See, the one I had an increase in durability. It's better than the one that we pulled out of the chest. I think I might need that for a second, but I want to make sure I know where I'm going first. Guardian Spears. So I need to get that over here. Shouldn't be a problem. Got another one of these things. An apparati. An ancient core. Always acceptable. And I still don't have the chest that they want me to get. Okay, this is one of those where you only control the mallet. You just basically have to swing it really hard. Multiple times, of course. And yeah, you have to hit the ball. Sometimes it's hard, because you think your controller's lined up, and it is not. Yes. Opens the door for me. That should put me behind the gate. Yeah, well behind the gate. Alright, so there's that, and there's that, and there's this. So this should, yep, creates the ramp. But you want to do it while you have stasis on there. Will it work? Will it go all the way? It could go all the way. Yes, okay, excellent. Here we go. I think this is the chest that they want us to get. Silver rupee. That's acceptable. No. I'm still missing a chest. Well, crap. What do I have that I don't care as much about? Boom. Oh, right, there's a chest over here. This is how we learn. Just gotta check it out. Diamond. Oh yes, always worthwhile. Diamonds are pretty hard to come by in the wild. You can get them in the some rare drops. There's a handful of quests that give them to you. You can actually trade. I think you can trade 10 luminous stones for a diamond eventually in Zora's domain after you beat the divine beast. So it's not like it's impossible to come by it once you know what you're doing. But you need diamonds for the super weapons that you get. I call them super weapons. They're not really that great, but they're very good, and they break just like everything else. And in order to fix them, you need a diamond, in addition to a couple of other things. We've got 4 orbs. We can get another stamina point. We're getting close. Once I get 10 sections of stamina, so basically once I max out on stamina, I will have 10 sections, which means I could turn those into 10 hearts, which means that I could have 13 hearts. So once we get all max stamina, we can go into the Lost Woods, and by the time we get all the shrines done there, we'll have 14 hearts. And we can pull the Master Sword, which will be cool. Alright, you can see there's already a Guardian right there, or a Stalker Guardian right there. There's a whole bunch of random little miscellaneous things here. They won't shoot your horse unless you're on your horse. So I like to not have my horse right next to me whenever I start this. But there's a Guardian right there. Is that considered a turret? No, that's not a turret. So he can't hear me, but he can see me if he pivots the right way. And he's not the only one here. Ancient battle axe? Yes, please. Aha! See, that's all it took. Since he's in the ground and all, it's not that bad. There should be 2 more. There's one over there that you can see, and then there's one... Spears are super handy for this. We're gonna try and get this guy before he gets to us. Even if he does see us. Yep, see, he sees us. We can just hide behind stuff. And then he's like, what the hell is going on? And then he reconnects. And he's like, what the hell is going on again? Obviously, I disappeared. I don't know what you're talking about. He should get bored here in a second. Or I can just shoot him in the eye. This is taking too long. Just look how efficient that is. You know what? I'm not sure I've got a picture of those guys yet. There should be another one over here. I feel like there were 3 guarding this tower. Other than the stalkers, which are walking around. I was pretty sure there was a 3rd one. Amber. Ancient screw. Well, if there is, I'll know about it pretty quick. This might be the most peaceful time that I've ever taken this tower. Usually I run up to it and I'm just kind of dodging it because you can. And I still get shot at least once. This isn't bad at all. Guardians kind of glow in the dark. This is a similar tower style to the Great Plateau Tower. See how it kind of descends down. I'm not 100% sure. Well, no, the game really wants you to go to Kakariko first. I was gonna say, if they thought, you know, this was gonna be your second tower that you ever got onto, it might make sense that they're so closely related. Well, yeah, that was a hell of a lot easier than I remember. It's not bad. I mean, it's never been terrible, but still, getting shot by lasers is never super fun. Central Hyrule Tower. Map unlocked. Yep. So let's see what we got here. So there's a, this is kind of like that park area. This is a special area. It's got a memory in it. And it's also got a special piece of armor. This is supposed to be Hyrule Castletown before it got all jacked up. So there's a whole bunch of ruins here and stuff. This is your castle. This, I believe, right here is where you go in to get the dock. Once you get inside, you know, this general vicinity of the map, your whole map turns into Hyrule Castle map, because it's like a 3-dimensional thing. It's kind of like the temples, which we haven't seen yet, but you can track yourself up and down in addition to, you know, north, south, east, and west. Let's see, Bottomless Swamp. There's a pretty cool encampment over here. We've already been to this lake. This is the Colosseum I was talking about. And Daphnes. This is another little cool encampment area. Giant's Forest. There's an armor piece around here, as I recall. I don't remember which one it is, though. It's one of the DLC ones. And there's at least one Hinox in this general vicinity. The Breach of Demise. This is, we haven't talked about this yet, but this is a pretty cool little area. It's kind of like a canyon kind of setup with a whole bunch of, you know, jutting things coming out of it. Kind of looks like a mouth with, you know, teeth that are overlapping. But this is supposed to be, I guess, where Demise broke out of the ground and that's why it's all it's as jacked up as it is. There's a shrine like right here or something, which kind of begs the question, how did the shrine get there if that hole wasn't there before Calamity Ganon showed up? But I don't really care. Alright, so we got our tower, and we're doing pretty good on time, so we're going to try and see if we can see this other tower. Do I have that one marked? I have that one marked, and I don't have that one marked because I can't yet. I can't see it yet. That makes sense. Alright, well, why don't we go over here and see if we can get to the red tower, at least. The one of them, the red marked, the red pin tower that I've got right now, covers the desert, but it's actually pretty much right at the edge of the desert, like where the mountains meet the desert, so you're not actually in the desert yet. The other one that we can't see is kind of behind the mountains, and it's kind of, well, it's still in the mountains, but you're pretty much in the desert as much as you can get tower-wise. The desert has special powers, so it makes sense that they're... See, I've got my set bonus because everything's level 2 or above, so I am unfreezable at the moment, which means if I get hit by frost, I can't be frozen, which is great. Alright, so there's a shrine over there. There's a... let's see, what am I looking at? There's a shrine over here too. We talked about this whenever we did the ice cube Korok guy, but we kind of passed it up. So let's do this shrine while we're here. Yes, this is fine. There's a Hinox up here. Shing. Since we're not cold anymore. Dig Dog Suspension Bridge. It's a blue Hinox. Okay, so you'll notice this guy has armor on his legs, which means that if we start swinging his legs, he's not going to take as much damage, and he's going to be doing damage to our weapons. This leg doesn't have any armor on it though, and that leg has what appears to be wood on it. So well, we're gonna try some interesting stuff here. Let's see. I can use the giant boomerang, I suppose. Let me gear up a little. This guy's got a decent amount more HP than the first one we ran into. So he's covering his eye. Watch out for that. As long as you keep your distance from them, they're usually not. Did damage to him, but you can shoot through his fingers if you're that good. We're just doing a little bit of damage to him at the same time, I suppose. Ooh, a Moonlit Scimitar. It's a standard Gerudo weapon. Not one that we've come across yet. Got a bunch of Hinox things. Some escargot. Delicate Gerudo carvings decorate this curved sword. Extremely sharp. Do I want to keep this? I don't really have a good reason. Oh yeah, it's better than that, so I'll just use that. And mark it. So now we can go hang out at the shrine after we get some stamina, because if we go into paraglide mode without any stamina, we fall to our death. Which is just a rookie way to die. Da Caso. Nothing. Oh yeah, we need to turn our orbs in. We don't actually need to go to Gerudo Village in order to get all the tower stuff over here. A minor test of strength, so this will be not very bad, pretty easy. Look at this little guy. He's so cute. Not bad at all. Not great, but, you know, as far as shrines go, not very difficult. Ancient core. I'll always take those. I don't know that there's ever been a time when I was like, I have way too many ancient cores. What am I gonna do with all these things? No, that's not gonna that's not a problem. Doesn't really... Oh, there it is. Let's see, ancient cores. You need a total of 35, 40, 49? No, 44. You need a total of 44 ancient cores in order to upgrade everything. Excuse me. I've got a handy book that tells me all this infinite knowledge, if I can actually find it in this book, because there's so much stuff in this book. But yeah, you're definitely going to be doing some farming if you want to get everything. You're not just going to find those. So, there's no good way to get up. There's a raft. If I had a Korok leaf, I could raft all the way over to the... There's actually a shore over there. But it's going to be just as easy to go from here. And then glide down. I think this is the right one, now that I'm thinking about it. I wouldn't trust the wind to a raft. It's never... Oh, because it's daytime. Or no, because I'm wearing the pants. I was like, why am I not freezing? I'm wearing the pants. That makes sense. So there's a shrine down there. Tower's up there. It's going to take a little time to get to the tower, but it's not bad. I think I can climb up most of this. There's actually a shrine quest way over there, but I'm not interested in that right now. And then over in that general direction, through the canyon, is another stable. But the priority here is getting that tower. You can see there's a whole bunch of structures set up on the side of the cliffs. It's kind of similar to the backstory stuff we saw about whenever the Sheikah were excavating the divine beasts and the guardians. But later we figure out that most of the guardians came out of under Hyrule Castle area. So I don't know. Maybe they got them all from Gerudo, the desert area. Gino on the move. Ah, yes. I think 3 is enough. That might be way too much, actually. Yep, that's way too much. We're just gonna hit it one time next time. Just gotta wait for it to recharge everything. This is why you need a whole bunch of arrows on your person at all times. Because you never know when you're just gonna waste a dozen of them doing something relatively crazy. Yep, fantastic. I feel like that would be hard to play on the piano. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright. You got your guardian just hanging out. Loser. I can't pick up the stuff, so it's not like I'm not benefiting from this. I don't think it takes any durability, though, to do... Go all the way. I need you to be back here. I don't think reflecting the beams takes any durability off of my shield. So slow. So very slow. Reason that this needs to be this slow? Ta-da! I'm glad that block was there. If it wasn't, I'd be taking a face full of laser. Okay, this is a little bit complicated, so I need to figure out what I'm supposed to do here first. There is a bunch of lasers, and I need to stop them. Basically, I need to get this over there. But there's also something... Aha! Oh boy. I guess that's what they wanted me to get. So, you can get it over there, but I feel like every time I did that, I had to come back for some reason. Maybe I just didn't have a ball with me. So this first one, you can kind of line up with this one. You just need to get past it. The second one, obviously you're not going to be lining up anything over on this side. So you have to wait for that or a similar style block combination to come across here, and then you freeze this guy. So I'm gonna wait for the other one with 2 blocks, because that means I've got more time. It's just a little on the slow side is all. There's your big block. That's not the one I want. There's a small block. There's this big block behind it. Ooh! It's different? Ah, crap. Well, I guess I'm gonna wait for a big block then. You got your small and your medium and your large just fell. I should be seeing another large here. That's a small. That's a double, but it's a large one, so I should be okay. I just need to get in front of this one, and then I can kind of hang out in between until the other one lines up. And get across. Should be all I need to do. Okay, I feel like I always have to go back for some reason. But, good enough for me. I'm happy. Took a little longer than I wanted. Here's another one with the circle, or the ring, in between his 2 hands. But his hair and his hat is different. Yes, yes, spirit orb. Thank you. Should be number 5. 6. Ooh, 6. Excellent. Dun dun dun. Okay. So, we want to get up there with only our wits to guide us. I might make it. It's a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be. We should be okay. Ta-da! There it is. And there's a Korok block thing. But you're like, where's the block at? First time I did this, I actually went up to the top, physically, and I tried to drop the rock down closer, which was stupid, because the rock just fell down to the shrine, and I basically had to leave and come back after it respawned. Oak face. Oak leaf face. Any dang way. It is really difficult to jump from the edge, or from the cliff side, to one of those platforms. For whatever reason. It's just a little bit off the side of the cliff. So if you're not on one of the structure pieces that actually connects it to the cliff, then you can just fall through it, which is just annoying. Nope. Don't need to be doing that. His head fell off. How does he die? Okay. Means I don't have to go down after him. Okay, we're still making our way up. Let's go over here. It's a little bit shorter. Something I haven't talked about before that I just learned about here recently. If you're climbing and you get to the point where your stamina ring is just red, so it's at the very end of your stamina ring, and you're just about to run out of stamina, when it's red like that, the jump that you do, the climbing jump, is twice as far as the standard jump is, for whatever reason. It's like one of those last-ditch effort kind of thing. Always attack those guys with a spear. Ideally a non-metallic one. Because if you get up close to them, they're going to shock you. And it's going to be super annoying. I need a picture first. This is a fire wizrobe. He should have a fire rod. Because he's a fire type, the frost... Whoops. Because he's a fire type, the frost, or the ice arrows kill him instantaneously. Yep. Alright. So that's, it's a lower level version of the magma rod that we already have. So I didn't see any reason to pick it up. We're actually going this way a little ways. And it's easier to get to. So it kind of works out. Just kind of a gentler slope. More opportunities for resting in between. Is that a truffle? What the hell is a truffle doing out in the middle of the desert? Just run up the side. And then we rest. And then we run some more. Usually any surface that you can run on is a surface that you could rest on. It's not always perfect, but if you have to climb, you're probably not going to be able to rest on it. Alright, come on. We're almost there. Only took us like half an hour to get this far. Yeah. The serious mountain areas just take a long time to get through. There's a lot of good stuff in them, but it's just so much harder to get from one place to the next. Might be able to rest here. Nope. Ah, crap. Wait till it gets in the red. That'll be fine. It's getting a little bit cooler. I'm gonna have to put on some cold gear here pretty quick. Even though we're kinda in the desert, it gets cold in the desert. Actually, it gets cold in the desert at night. At daytime, it's hot, but it's a different kind of hot from the volcano. So you need a different kind of protection, environmental protection. Okay, so this is a bog. This is not water. This is that bottomless bog crap that will eat you given the chance. There's a whole bunch of stuff in it. We're going to be using some of that stuff to get across. Actually, we don't have to. We could use... Well, no. Let's do it the way that we're supposed to do it. I'll get this chest first. I'm sure there's nothing crazy in it, but... Wasteland Tower. I'm right on top of it, aren't I? So it's called a bottomless bog, but obviously there's a bottom to it. Ah, you bastard. Wind. Kicking my butt. It's slowly sliding. I'm gonna put you over here, where you're safe. Safe is a relative term. Jeez. Jeez. Stop. Come back. I don't even know what's inside you. Okay, that was worth the effort. But yeah, you got some pretty crazy winds happening. Alright, so obviously you're thinking, I need to use these. And you would be right. You do need to use those. But how best does one use those? I don't have a picture of him yet. Oh crap, he just fell in. And he's gone. Poor little guy. It's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. So you can theoretically stack a whole bunch of these on top of each other and get over there and whatever. But it's just so much easier to use Cryonis, especially when you have the stamina to climb that first tower stone thing. There's really no sense in not doing it. Just gotta be a little careful, because you get some pretty crazy winds. Ta-da! Getting a little cold. I think at the top it actually gets too cold. Nope. We're okay. Maybe it's only during the nighttime. We're just right on the edge of too cold. Yep. Wasteland Tower. I live in the waste. Yeah, that's always good. It's not bad whenever you live in a desert with, but your town is like an infinite water supply. That's kind of cool. Okay, so you'll notice some things right off the bat with this map. A lot of it's empty. we have a maze here. This is our third and final labyrinth. You've got all these crazy statues here. That's a shrine quest. There is a little town. It's kind of basically an outpost that's right there. And then this is Gerudo Village, Gerudo City, whatever they call it. That's where all the fun happens. Link is not technically allowed to be inside of it because the Gerudo have some pretty stringent laws about allowing males into their town, but we have ways of getting around that. And then there's just a whole bunch of nothing, but you can see there's a Leviathan skeleton over here. This is actually where the final fairy fountain is too, and there's a shrine right next to it, so it's really convenient. That's my go-to fairy fountain whenever I have to at the end of the game, because there's a shrine right next to it, so you don't have to spend 2 or 3 minutes kicking around where to go. Alright, so we have one more tower to go, and we can't really see it. Hey, you can see the camel divine beast. I think this was the first divine beast that was actually created artistic wise, development wise, and then all the others were kind of modeled off of that general concept. They just like the camel idea, and they like the style that it was set up as. The tower's over here. You can't see it because it's kind of behind, it's nestled in between these mountains. And I don't know that there's a super easy way to get there, except for going basically over the top of the mountains. And that's not a super easy way of getting there anyway. There's a stable down here you can just barely see, and then there's a shrine right next to it. But I think we'll be safe going this way for now. Once we get to the top of that mountain, we should be able to see it. But it's, it's a mountain, and it's got snow and stuff on it. So it's going to make everything slower and a little bit more ponderous. Also, I don't know how high we'll be able to land without getting into some trouble. Because we need some stamina whenever we land, obviously. Or else we can't climb. Let's get to a safe place, and then we'll probably call it for this episode. We're getting about that hour and a half mark that I like to be behind, as it were. Just barely climbing. Ta-da! I'm above the clouds. I'm at the clouds. Cloud City. This will be a lot easier once we have that superpower. It's gonna be so great. For a second there, I thought that was like a dinosaur. Brachiosaurus. Nope. Seriously? I had frost on still? Oh well. I got plenty of them. And I know where to get more. We really need to unlock the rest of the cities too, so that we can have easy access to buying stuff. Wasteland Coyote. This is the poor guy that fell in the water in the bog before. You can just barely see it. That's where we're going. You guys coming after me? Because all I'm going to do is poke one of you until you're dead. And then the rest of them are going to run away. Okay, so we got our tower tagged. We'll get there in the next episode. So next episode, I plan on once we've got the tower, once we get this last tower, we'll have the whole map, which is my first and most important thing to do. Then I would like to unlock the rest of the towns of significance. So getting into Gerudo Town is not terribly difficult, and then getting to the Zora's domain. This is a little bit tricky because you have to basically go up the whole mountain, the whole path in the rain. So it's kind of annoying to get there, but once you're there, it's got some good stuff. Because we've already unlocked that town. We've already unlocked this town. There's one town down here that we can unlock. And I mean, there's some more stables, but we don't have to do those right away. Basically, I've got 3 more stamina points before we get another full ring. And once we get that, we'll go to the Lost Woods. But that means that I need 6 more shrines at least. we should be able to get that fairly easy. There's going to be one here, there's going to be one there, there's going to be one there, and then along the way we should be able to find 3 more, I'm sure. So that's going to be next time. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.